This video is a summary of everything that was said in the Coins Alert. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my station to get more XRP news and news about cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. Before we go any further, Ripple needs to think about other ways to solve the problem. There is a new crypto airdrop going on right now on Telegram, and it will start soon. Make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Just below the movie, there is a link. Do not miss this. Let's watch more of our movie. The ongoing XRP lawsuit has taken a new turn as a U.S. court urges Ripple Labs, its CEO Brad Garlinghouse, and XRP-LEC to look for a different way to settle the case. This court order tells us more about how complicated Ripple's case with the SEC is and could change the way the class action lawsuit goes. This piece looks at the current state of the XRP lawsuit and talks about what it means for Ripple and to the cryptocurrency world as a whole. In the latest development in the XRP lawsuit, Ripple was asked to think about other ways to settle the case. The U.S. court told Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple Labs, and XRP LLC to look into other ways to settle the case. This could mean filing a voluntary dismissal without prejudice of any remaining individual claims. This would allow for a possible refiling based on the result of the class action appeal. Breaking the law on securities, the court has asked for a response on this alternative by November 4, 2024, along with a new plan if both sides are agreeable in the XRP lawsuit between Ripple and lead plaintiff Bradley Sustak. Ripple wants a final ruling and a stay of proceedings. Additionally, they should work together to get a final decision on the plaintiff's class action claims in the XRP case. They asked that claims under state law about stock violations be put on hold until these class claims were settled. Even though the settlement meeting wasn't satisfactory, the XRP case's pre-trial hearing is still set for December 19th. The jury selection and trial are still set for January 21st, 2025. The latest decision by Judge Hamilton supports the plaintiffs in the XRP lawsuit. In 4 Daubart motions, Judge Phyllis Hamilton ruled in favor of the plaintiffs. This was a big win for the claimants. This decision mostly helps the lead plaintiff and the other people in the class action. It is getting stronger, the case against Ripple Labs for allegedly breaking securities laws when it sold XRP. Vmeracy is equal. The appeals court is the Second Circuit Court. The case between Ripple and Visask is also moving forward in the U.S. Second Circuit. The Court of Appeal. Both Ripple and the SEC have sent in the right paperwork for an appeal. The CC is pushing for a date of January 15, 2025, to send in its main brief. Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsson, 2 leaders at Ripple, have hired top lawyers to try to get the securities law violations claims thrown out. In 2025, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit said that the Securities and Exchange Commission had to turn in its brief on the case it is still pursuing against Ripple by January 15, 2025. The Securities and Exchange Commission has already said that it plans to file an appeal. Still, it will back up these points with a lot of legal reasons in its opening brief. Legal authorities will need to be consulted. It is safe to say that the opening brief will be one of the most important parts of the appeal process, since it could be the moment that decides whether or not the agency wins. Today reported that Ripple has sent in a pre-argument statement for in-court's cross-appeal. When an appeal is being made, the Securities and Exchange Commission will not ask whether or not the XRP token is regulated. Remember this important fact. Stuart Alderity, Ripple's top lawyer, said that XRP and Bitcoin are the only 2 cryptocurrencies that aren't thought of as assets. And this is what makes them different from most other cryptocurrencies, which are still having trouble with unclear regulations. The record has already been set in this case using Ripple V, so the agency can't send or ask for any more proof from now on. A lot of disagreements happened between the parties over different papers as the discovery process went on. A lawyer named Fred Rispoli said that the appeals court's ruling should be made by the beginning of 2026, which is when the Securities and Exchange Commission first sent in its notice of appeal. A big chunk of the value of the controversial XRP cryptocurrency fell. From December 2020 on, the case has been closely watched and has been going on for a very long time. Even though there have been legal updates and new events in the XRP litigation, XRP has not been affected. XRP's price has stayed around 514 cents, trading below 52 cents as it keeps running into support. After going down by 17 over the last month, the price has now leveled off. But the price of XRP has not yet changed because of good market trends as a whole. There is more open interest in the futures market than in the spot market, which means that buyers will continue to want to buy. The ongoing court battle between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is still an important topic to talk about when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Another important event is that the SEC has until January 15, 2025 to send in its case. This was set by the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Since this timeline is out there, the SEC is coming under more and more pressure. It also shows how important the Ripple case is for the whole business. While all of this is going on, Ripple is still making a name for itself on the world stage and making big steps toward growth. This is similar to a legal battle that Ripple and the CC had in the past. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) filed an appeal against a court decision about how Ripple works. Recently, there has been more focus on selling XRP at institutions. Because of confusion about the SEC's missed deadlines, the court chose to make things clear and set a strict due date, which made the problem stand out as being very serious. The news source BitJournal says that Ripple is still having a good attitude, shows that it is strong, and is making progress with its plan to grow its business around the world. This interesting trend was supported by other sources, such as the fact that Microsoft is in Google Buy. This piece is mostly about what XRP and Bitcoin do in the crypto world. By making it easier to send and receive money, these two coins are set to make a lot of money. I'm not a financial advisor, but I want to share what I've learned from these reports and writings. There is clearly more interest in XRP now. Financial firms like BlackRock, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Wall Street giants are becoming interested in XRP, which shows that it has a lot of promise. Federal Reserve papers that have been released recently talk about XRP in Ripple Labs. This shows that there is growing interest in using the digital asset for regulatory reasons. What's interesting is that the SEC didn't want to settle at first. The SEC is now talking about how to end the Ripple lawsuit, which shows that Chairman Gary Gensler has changed his mind about the policy. Institutions like the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury want to use XRP, but legal fights with government agencies over it make it harder for it to catch on. The information given is not meant to be taken as trade advice. Any purchases made based on the information on this page are not the responsibility of the people who made them. Before making any investment decisions, you should definitely do your own study and talk to a professional who knows what they're talking about.